I'm hoping you can hear me and see my hands and see this reference over here. We made it finally. I almost gave up, but then I saw Durwood and Shauna's message and I decided to persevere with the tech issues, and we're here now. So rather than a full-on sketch marathon, it's probably going to be a sketch marathon warm-up, shall we say. The 1st of May to the 7th of May is the Urban Sketching Week. So urban sketchers all over the world are getting together and sketching together, and it's just been really lovely. There's different events everywhere. And as part of it, I attended an urban sketching marathon in Bologna that was just so much fun. It was really well organized, and I just loved the idea of sketching continuously from place to place to place to place. And although we can't do it together face to face, we can do it together virtually, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So because it's going to be a warm-up, probably going to give something like 10 to 20 minutes for each reference, all from Bologna, all taken by me. And then when we have more time, we'll do like a proper marathon and see how many we can create. So as I'm chatting, feel free to get your art supplies ready. And it's nice to have them to hand in front of you so that you can just focus on painting rather than scrambling to get everything ready with each and every reference. What I'm going to be using is the Etcher postcards, because I kind of like the idea of it like being like, you know, us sketching beautiful places in Italy and doing that on postcards. And these are 100% cotton paper, so they should work well, or they do work well for watercolor, for gouache, for whichever supplies I feel like using. First supply I feel like using is watercolor. I'm finally using my brass palette, which I got for myself years ago, and I used it for the first time during my art retreat, and I have really been enjoying using it. So I filled it with my Roman Schmoll watercolors, and I have been painting a lot these past few weeks, and so I'm hitting pan on my most used colors. And then I removed the water pot and the cup that go in this bit, and instead just squeezed in extra colors, which are nice to have, but as you can see, in comparison to like my most used colors, slightly different. Let me know, can you see, can you hear me, is everything all good? Oops. So oh, I know what I did. Whoopsie. Okay, hold on. I've done something wrong in the settings. I wonder if I can fix it. Let me see. Hopefully that's fixed it. But yeah, hopefully now it's working. My bad. I hope that all makes sense. Okay, good. Seeing and hearing me good, which is good, and it should now be live for everyone. So what I was just saying, in case you missed it, was I'm getting all the supplies ready. It's going to be less a marathon, more like a warm-up, because it is late here. My bad. I've got my watercolors to hand. I've also got some pencils in case I want to add extra details. I've also been using some like acrylic markers recently, the shuttle art ones, and I've got some of my most used colors which I took with me on my trip to Italy. So I've got those to hand. I've got a whole bunch of supplies, so whatever the mood strikes I can use. I've also got my heat gun to hand in case I start running out of time. And for the paper, I'm using the Etcher postcards, and I've also got this pen, which don't think it is archival or anything like that. Like don't think it's a proper sketch pen, but it's a pen that a friend of mine has got me from Egypt. I think that's this one, and it's very similar to the Muji pen. That's also, I want to say, like 0.3. No, this one's 0.5, but 0.3 is like a very thin. Let me show you. It's very thin, and I've really been enjoying using it. It's like a gel pen, so it doesn't quite write like a Micron or the other fine liners. So I've been enjoying using those as well. So I've got that to hand. I've got Neocolor 2s. I've got everything. Not that you need everything, just bring out the supplies that you want. And I am going to try and set a timer and see how it goes, because I also want it to be fun and relaxed for all of us. Welcome. And yeah, I've missed you guys. I was saying that thanks to like Derwood and Shauna, I persevered, because I was literally ready to just call it absolute quits. That's what I'd come onto the Discord to say, like, I tried, it didn't work. And then I saw that you guys were like, oh, we still come. So I was like, okay, let me keep trying. And now we're here. So technology is hopefully playing ball. But yeah, it's Urban Sketching Week, and so urban sketchers, which are artists, people who like painting outdoors from life, or even indoors, but basically painting from life, scenes of urban life, everyday life. This is the focus of it for this week, and so there are loads of different events. You may be surprised there might be something near you as well, where urban sketchers are organizing something. And as part of that, I went to Bologna, and they were doing a sketch marathon, which was so much fun, and I hope to share a bit more of that soon. But as part of that, we literally went from location to location to location to location every 40 to 50 minutes and sketched. And so it was fast paced, especially because you're outdoors, there's lights changing, people are around, there's just it was a lot, but it was a lot of fun, and that's what's inspired wanting to do this virtual version of a sketch marathon. So I've got my references, they're photographs that I've taken myself from Bologna, and if you are one of my members, you have access to over 150 references that I've taken from Bologna before. I've linked it in the description as well. It's completely free. Enjoy it. And I've also got a few extra references that I've taken since, so if you want, you can always watch back this video. I'm doing all this chatting so you have time to get the supplies ready. But I am also probably going to be making some changes to live streams on YouTube moving forward. I really enjoy doing them, and I really enjoy doing them, and I'm very relaxed when I do them. I overshare all the time. I chat with you guys all the time. It's, it's a fun time. I love them. But I am also increasingly aware that it is the internet. There's weird stuff with AI. There's weird stuff with people in general. And so I don't... I've gone back and I've removed quite a lot of my live streams, and I will go back and remove all of them. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with the bank of live streams that are historical. But I think with the ones moving forward, what I'll do is have them open like this, where you can watch it live, still free, still having a good time. But then I think I will move them to my membership, where people can still access it for free. You'll just have to be like a member, a real person, as opposed to a bot or whatever. So if you know that you enjoy my live streams and you know that you want to continue to have access with them, then be sure to join my membership, which is linked in the description. You can join it for free, as in you can still follow me on Ko-fi, if you will, or follow me on Patreon for free. And then that means that when I do a live stream, you'll be alerted, you'll have access to the replays, but there's just a little bit more privacy. And I think that might be the best way for me to still feel comfortable doing them, but also have them accessible. And we'll see how it goes. If it's still weird, then we'll see. Denise just did a big urban sketching event in Southern Cal, my first time, and I loved it. I can't wait to go to the next one. I'm so glad. Honestly, urban sketching is so much fun. Sketching in general with people, I've found to be very fun over the past few, I want to say, months now, almost a year. I feel like there was a big shift last year, and the thing that I can attribute to it is making more of an effort to sketch with people. So I've missed you too, Ali. I've missed all of you. I really every time I do this, I'm like, oh, I should do this more. Like, I enjoy it so much. So we've got our first reference. I've got my phone to the side, and I am going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and then I'll see how that feels. And if it feels like too fast, I will increase the time. But I want us to get some sketching done, you know? No overthinking, just sketching, just painting. It has been a fun few weeks, months. I think since the art retreat, it's just been amazing. A lot of fun. So for this one, what I'm going to probably do, because I mean it is a warm-up, but what I want to do is, I was doing some tiny painting, and in it I was going in with watercolor first to just get those colors in, and then afterwards coming in with pen. So I want to try and see if that will work, see how I feel about that. Yay, I'm glad you made it too, Christine. Glad all of you made it. Hey, Cindy. I have just got back from Bologna, as has Cindy, and it was so good. Hence all these references. You know, I love Italy, as a lot of you have probably gathered. And every time I go there is just absolutely incredible. Next year, I'm going to be doing an art retreat there, and there are still spaces. So if that is something that you are interested in, joining me in Italy, then be sure to check out my website and the link that I have left below. Kind of trying to see how this is going. I think let's see. So it is all wet and wet, which is fine. And then I'll see if I want to use the blow dryer, if I need to use it. But I like it because I can get like quite a lot down quite quickly. I've been trying painting and sketching in just so many different ways. And that's in part the fun thing about doing a sketch marathon or any kind of fast-paced activity like this, that you get to try lots of different things, and you get quick feedback, quick answers on what you like and what you don't like, what works and what doesn't work. Like for me, for example, now I'm like, okay, I want to use something to dry because I've got a lot of water on my brush, so I'll need to do that for the next one. Get something to blot. What else do I want? A few more colors. The nice thing with wet on wet is that you then naturally get soft edges, and if you want them to be more defined, you can go wet on dry afterwards, which I probably will. But for now, let's see how this goes. I'm kind of curious as to how much definition I can get with no definition. Do you know what I mean? Denise, no, that's not disruptive. Don't worry. I don't know all the colors. Give me 1 second. Let me dry. Actually, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more, and then I can use a heat gun if need be. But what I need is a paper towel. So the colors that I'm using are primarily Quin Gold and benzimidazole brown. They're pretty much the only colors I've used, plus some cobalt sea blue that I also mixed in with benzimidazole that I mixed in with Quin Gold to try and make this like greeny color. That green color that we're seeing on the roof is beautiful, and it's a color that I just keep struggling to actually make. But those are the colors that I have pretty much used. This one here is ultramarine blue. I haven't used it in this painting yet, but as you can see, is one of my most used colors as well. And then I'm also not afraid to use my messy palette, so the colors that I have left over, to make my mixes as need be. I've literally been fine. Have I been fine? Yeah, I've been fine for weeks, and now I think I'm coming down with something. So initially I was like, oh, I'll do this tomorrow, but then I was like, actually, don't know if I'll still have a voice tomorrow. Okay, so this is drying-ish, but still not quite dry, but that's fine. You're welcome, Denise. No worries at all. Hey, Agent XP. No, I am going to be doing, that's what I was talking about a little bit earlier. We have 5 minutes left. I am going to be doing live streams. I think it's just a question as to what I do with them afterwards. And I think what I'm going to do is leave it up for like maybe a day and then put it onto my membership and have it so that free members can watch it, but they have to be free members. So it's not a bot, it's not a totally random person on the internet. It's people who are intentionally seeking out my videos and are part of this community. And it has pros and cons. It does of course mean that, you know, then people won't necessarily find my channel and this community, which is the drawback, the main negative. But don't know, I feel like I'm quite chatty and relaxed and almost certainly always oversharing on these live streams. And it makes sense to have some more level of privacy, especially given with like all the AI stuff. I don't know if it will make a difference. I don't know if it's a futile battle, you know. But it is what it is. I'm going to just mute myself as I dry this, okay? We have just under 4 minutes left. Hey, back, having a blow dryer, massive hack. So I've now mixed some November, all these colors are Imishmore. So I've mixed some November 2024, which is one of the exclusive colors, with some, what I wanted was to mix it with some magenta, but I did put a bit of benzimidazole brown in there, just to make a little bit of a darker color. As you can see, I am fiddling, so let me stop doing that and start adding, just to add a few more details. Primarily like the windows. Then I'm going to take a bit more of that November 2024 to make it, because it's quite purpley, which I like. And I'm watering it down so that I can do the windows but not have them be like super dark. I don't want them to be the main focal point, so just by watering it down I get a nice purpley color and I instantly get, yes, they're dark but they're not like black. Basically they're not grabbing too much attention. And then I'm looking for other places that I can put it in as well, like here and here, and there's a little line here. So in some places actually using it more like a shadow than a window. And here it's a window. There's a few details here. Maybe putting it a little bit on there as well. And we have a minute left. I think I will give myself some extra time. Now, as I'm looking at this, I can see, as you can probably, that it's not accurate. I'm missing a row of windows and details and whatnot. But that's okay. It's not architectural representation. It's not like, it doesn't have to be exact, it doesn't have to be precise, you still get the rough idea of what it is that I'm trying to recreate. It's not commission, it's just for fun, trying to capture this beautiful building. So for that color, I don't know, honestly, when I'm painting, half the time it's I guess I don't know, intuitive, is it? So I'm not fully putting too much thought into my color mixes. A lot of it is starting to come like second nature, but for that I just basically wanted a dirtier version of the Queen Gold. Whoops, that's time up. I'm gonna give us, let's say, 6 more minutes. Oh, stop. I hope I stopped it and not snoozed it, but we see. But yeah, I just wanted like a dirtier version of a Queen Gold, so I just mixed that into the November 24 that I had. And the point is that it's all going to be quite cohesive because I'm using a limited palette of the same colors. The more you use your palette, the more it becomes like second nature. The mixes that you make, the colors that you like, the colors that you don't like. You still get lots of surprises though, hence the beauty of watercolor. Can't quite predict it all. Sorry. If anyone else has any other questions, by all means, feel free to ask. While in Bologna, I did look to see if there was anything new coming. I didn't see anything new supply per se. I saw that Fabriano has a new bamboo paper, which was like mixed media paper. And was there anything else? Romish has a new palette, which I am going to be making a video about very soon. Then I think that's pretty much it. No? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy. Well, the part of the reason that I liked this, and I'll show you what I did after, is that although it's loose, I then use I'll do it in a second, but I then use like a pen to add a bit more structure if need be. Sometimes I not change my mind. Sometimes I decide to just leave it as is and I don't add any line. But actually, so it varies. But for this one, I think I will. And then the other part I'm wondering is, should I add a sky or should I leave it white? I might add a sky. Like a little bit of a sky. Usually I use cobalt sea blue, but I'm going to use lavender. Maybe that's a mistake, we'll see. Now I'm adding cobalt sea blue to it. Reason purely being that I haven't got any lavender anywhere else and I didn't want to start incorporating it anywhere else. I'm just going to add a little bit of blue, so not like painting the whole thing, but just adding a few details. Let's see if I can do splashes without splashing the whole painting, just covering parts of it. Whoops, still splashed the whole painting. Oh well, what can you do? So that's gonna get a bloom. So I'm just picking up some of that excess water that I splashed, dropping in some extra color here so that there's a little bit of variation and a little bit here. Okay. Sorry, that's gonna happen a lot because Romish has a new botanical palette, very pretty. There aren't, I need to double check this. I haven't like looked at it properly. I don't think there are any new colours per se, but I think it's being curated to make with a focus on botanical colours. And my aim is to dive into it tomorrow, all things being well. In fact, oh my gosh, what's happening to my voice? In fact, I went and I bought flowers specifically to do that and to have fun. I thought it would be fun to explore that together and have fun with it, you know. Yes, there were the one you got. I didn't know you got it though, but if it's the recent, yeah, no, yeah, I did know you got it. Yes, £4. That's what I thought. Yeah, I remember we were discussing that. I'm just gonna mute myself as I dry this, and then I'll go in with the line, and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so hey Linda, yeah, honestly, it's so funny that because I was doing the Cindy, I was doing the ACE, the artist collectible, you know, the ACEOs, the tiny painting as myself earlier, and in fact a few weeks ago we did it as one of the Zooms in the membership, and I did this for the video that's on YouTube, but we did like lots of tiny paintings, and it can be easy to start thinking about the details and adding too many, even though it's a small space. And if anything, I think it then makes it a little bit harder to know what details matter and what details don't. And so that was a really fun Zoom because we also had time restrictions. It meant that, you know, we had to focus on the key details. Look at me always forgetting that there's a timer. So now I'm going to use this pen. You can use any pen that you have to hand, and I'm just going to start adding some of the details and thus making it a little bit I guess tighter, a little bit more defined. Now I'm adding some details that I like, but I don't necessarily need to add all details, so it's not like I have to outline everything if I don't want to. But if I do, and I all of a sudden want to make it like super detailed, then I can do that as well. But I quite like this because it's a nice quick way of getting down the main things. Obviously the main issue is that you have to wait for the watercolor to dry so as to not have the ink bleed everywhere, even if it is a waterproof pen. But actually this came about because this pen is not waterproof, and the ink in my waterproof pens had run out in both. Thankfully I then had a friend who like gave me some ink, but before that I'd basically ran out of ink and I had this pen, and so I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna have to do watercolor first and then start adding details later. And in doing that I was like, oh, I actually really enjoy this. Who knew? Like, I've done it before, but I don't know, it wasn't really my main go-to. And then also, even when I'd done it before, I was just using different pens, and there's something, different pens give you, you know, different feedback, give different looks. This one is quite nice and thin, and so I thought it was really nice to use it to add tiny details, and it doesn't make the whole thing quite, it doesn't overwhelm the painting or the drawing, you know, because it's quite thin. So adding some details, still trying to be loose, so sometimes I'll do like almost continuous line drawing in some parts of it, and it keeps it nice and playful. Then we do the arch and the details of the arch. I'm also not trying to like outline everything. Like I'm not trying to, I'm going around certain things, but I'm not like specifically going around every single corner of the window and trying to match the paint that's underneath it. And so it does stay looser because everything, it's not within the lines. See? Hey Catherine, it's the botanical palette. Whoops, sorry. I'll be making a video on it soon, but I have so many videos. So many videos to make. From the solo retreat, the goodie bag video, the Fabriano Nacorello video, the Bologna vlog video, the Bologna sketch marathon video, the Roman Schmall palette video. I mean, it's wild. Wild. But it's going to be fun to make. And fun to share. Okay, I'm done with this one. So, ready? Let's go to the next one. Which ink did you get, Catherine? Was it the black carbon one? That is my go-to ink. Should I might put a little, need to remember that's number 1. Ready for number 2. See, we got a lot done in a short amount of time. We've just done, so that's this view. This is Piazza Maggiore, the main piazza that we're looking at. And I took this view because I actually went up into the clock tower and I could see this entire view. It was crazy. It was so good. Yeah, so I was in here. So that's actually the view that I had. And then when I got close, like, you know, removed the window, I could see this. So I did all of this. Okay, let's do this one. I did all of this in order because last time when I did it randomly, it then made it next to impossible for us to go back and see the past pictures. I really like that ink because I feel like when I started, I'll do 12 minutes and see if that feels a bit nicer. Maybe, yeah, 12 minutes. When I first started painting, let me know if you did the same. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes. Like I bought a lot of supplies that I didn't end up needing or that weren't quite right, or, you know. So like my art kit changed a lot throughout, just throughout like my whole painting journey. And that's fine. I think that's, you know, natural. But part of the reason that ink holds a special place in my heart is that ink is one of the few things that I bought right at the beginning that was just spot on. I haven't needed any other ink since. So it's like, oh, it didn't let me down, you know. Yeah, you know, I only ended up going up the tower kind of by accident. I think it's normally closed, but I did a lot of like wandering while in Italy because I didn't really have anywhere to go or anything to do, and so I was just like randomly wandering a lot. And usually, if I didn't know where to go or what to do, I would go to the piazza, and so that's what I did that day. And I just saw that door was open, whereas normally it's not. And I didn't know, and I just walked in, to be honest. And then I saw, oh, it's the clock tower is open. all the times I've been there, that's never been the case. I don't know if it was like for a special event or I don't know what happened, but I asked no questions and I went up, and it was right as they were closing actually. So I managed to go up and get the view, and then like they closed and they started turning people away. So I couldn't see everything, but at least I could see the piazza. Let's do, shall we do some maroon? Shadow. It's all bleeding into each other. Whoops. Even that I think will be fine. Taking some more of the Quin Magenta, and because this is still, I want like a distinction between building and ground, so I'll make it more concentrated in the building and less so in the ground. We'll see how that dries and whether that makes sense. Oh, sketch ink. Okay. Do you like it? Yeah, honestly, I I didn't. I remember one of my friends creating cute art. She like had started going down the fountain pen and inks route, and I was just like, I can't follow this. I can't go down with you because I just can't afford any more hobbies. And so, especially like inks, there's so many beautiful, pretty inks. And given my love for watercolor, it wasn't a stretch to think that I would also love inks. So once I saw that the carbon black ink worked, I was like, cool, no further exploration, not allowed to explore inks until I have fully explored watercolor. And it's been years and I'm still exploring watercolor. This is all still wet, which is nice because it means I can just drop in extra colors and let them blend and see. Then we'll see whether, whoops, I like it or not. We have 8 minutes left. Let's make like a purpley grey kind of colour and dilute it a little bit. It's a slippery slope, Catherine. Oh, I'm glad you like it. And Lily got, see? I was like, I know myself. Look at what has happened with watercolor. Like, you can't do it with inks. This is still wet, probably too wet for what I'm doing, but it should be okay. And maybe make it a little bit more blue. The thing with this blue is that it's opaque, so it quite quickly dominates the colors. You see? I still like it. Just need to be mindful when I use it so I have a bit of control. And then let's do some arches. And we'll see. We'll see if the colors here work. This is an arch. This is also an arch. And we have 6 minutes left. I think Catherine and Derwent. Did you honestly, when Derwent so the Lucchetti sketchbook is a really lovely sketchbook, 100% cotton watercolor paper, and it has no gutter in the middle. I currently have mine on my desk waiting eagerly to be used. I wonder if I should do like have it themed. Do you know what I mean? Like just do one thing inside it, or whether I should just use it like a normal sketchbook, anything goes. And it's funny because in it, they actually, like on the website as well, they tell you don't be precious, this is meant to be used. And here I am being precious because it is so nice. But during the retreat, Derwood ordered it by accident, and it was like one of the funniest things I have seen. Oh, hey, Boston. You're watching ER. You know, I haven't watched it ever. It's nice to have it in the bank though, you know, like should I run out of shows, I know that at least I have that to like go back to and watch. Is that the one with George Clooney? If I'm remembering correctly. Okay, I'm gonna dry this so that then we can use the next 4 minutes successfully. Okay, this one is going to be interesting. To be determined whether I like it or not. But what I want to do first is add some more details, and we'll see if they work. So that's just some Quin Gold, and I want to add some details here and there. And then the other thing that I feel this painting needs, that always scares me a little bit, is a shadow. It needs I know there's a shadow here, but it needs the shadow on this side. But nice thing about painting small is, you know, if you ruin it, you just move on. It's only a small painting, it's only paper. But what I'm basically trying to do is make like a nice purpley colour, and I'm going to glaze over this area here. And glazing just means I'm doing a layer on top and going and basically adding contrast and covering a lot of what I did there before. And then I'm taking some more blue, my ultramarine, trusty ultramarine blue, and going over it because I like playing in the shadows, if that makes sense. Like instead of having it be one uniform color, I like adding a few details, and then when it dries I'll know what it's like. Did it work? Do I hate it? Time will tell. But one of the Happy Mail that I've sent out, spoiler alert, mute me for 2 seconds if you don't want to know. Ready? But the latest Happy Mail that I've sent out is actually focused on nights and shadows and like fun, interesting colours that make cool shadows. So this feels fitting. Okay, let's do this arch here. And that's like here, and now this is all wet on dry, you know, so I can be more detailed if I want. can make things a little bit more defined. And then I need to make some of this a bit clearer. Which is like the arches. Yep, but still following perspective. Let me see if I can lift that. So I've just removed part of it because like this is going here and I just completely ignored the rules of physics when putting in that arch. So brought it back. And then here as well, and putting in some windows. A few more windows. And then the thing that I liked was like how there's that red, I don't know what it is actually. I don't know if it's a cart or a box or the thing on a bike. I don't know, but I liked that it was there. So I'll add that there. There's also the little like phone booth, although you can't really see the details. So I think if I was painting bigger, I would maybe add a few more of those details, but as I am not, that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is dry this, 2 minutes left, and then go in with pen and we can add a few of those people. Okay, back. Another one I'm probably going to go over time on because I want to make it clear that this is the ground. And so I need it to be a slightly different color. There we go. And I'm happy for the arches to like bleed into that. I think that's fine. And I can add a bit more detail there. And then the people will be there anyway. And then as it's dark here, can add the arches here again. Everything got a bit dilute because I added that shadow. And adding some windows, just tiny dots. And then other details I can also do with the pen. Little there, little here for the bike. And then let's do some details with the pen. I'm gonna have to dry again. Oops. Hey Michelle, yeah, I think you guys are right. It's probably a cart. I wonder if it's like, let's add some details. So, taking a rough quick look. And still same kind of technique of being on the looser side. I just enjoy this building so much. It looks so cool. And I don't know if it's where it's at or what it is, but every time that there was like a sunset, it looked incredible. Like the way that the light was always hitting it. It was so nice, especially like at golden hour. So let's add, it's almost like a balcony, and then window, tiny window. And so this is what I mean by like you get to have all the fun with the colors, and then come in and add structure to make it all make sense with the pen afterwards. And you can be as detailed or not detailed as you want. While I was away, I got a lot of questions about the way I sketch people, and I have actually made a video for my members about it. I just haven't finished editing it, but I was basically like painting in Bologna and talking through the process so that you could see like, okay, there's that person, this is how I sketch them, that's that person, this is how I sketch them. So I will share that. That was actually a lot of fun to do. And it's nice when like doing it from life, because there's so many people and they're moving, and it just gets you thinking about what you see versus what you think you see, and just trying to like roughly depict everything. And also I did that video because I was getting so many questions. Hey Yoli! David, you were the inspiration for it, not because you need it, but because you were very kind about my people. And so I was like, okay, cool. If that's what you guys are interested in, I can answer that. I can share. I'm not an expert, but I can share what I do and what I've learned. And it's funny because it started because I was painting with a friend, and he adds people to his artwork all the time, and we paint, I think, quite differently. I think we both have a love for color, but we paint quite differently. And so we'd said that like I would watch him paint and paint like him, and he would watch me paint and paint like me. And so we started off by me painting like him, and it got to a point where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to ruin the painting by adding people. But, you know, he added people, so I was like, I need to add people. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually completely fine and actually kind of cool. And from there, I started adding people to a lot of my art, my urban sketches. And I've really been enjoying it. Okay, just trying to do the bike. Still trying, maybe because I don't cycle. I'm still trying to figure out the shapes. And they're technically straightforward, right? Like there's circles and triangles, but then when I'm looking at mine, I'm like, is this legit? But yeah, I'm just literally looking at the shapes and be like, okay, cool, that's done. And then if I want, I can add a bit more detail. Now this is where we can see that this is not true to life. Not that we thought it was photorealistic before anyway, but the pole is not in the right, place. Like it should come up to like here, and this should probably be bigger, but I'm happy to do what the painting needs, even if it doesn't match reality. Like add some extra signs. And then maybe we can add some people here as well. So what I was doing, thank you. So what I've been doing to add the people, and this is like, hold on, Okay, this is the video that's going to come up for members, and in it, like, I talk through this. So, like, this is the shape that I'm doing when I am sketching people, like literally circle and triangle, and I don't know why it ends up looking like actual people, but it just does. And I continue to have this feeling that it's going to ruin the painting, but it doesn't. These are like some of the things that I did. I'll do a proper sketchbook tour because it's all from Bologna. But then, like, one day I was sat in a park in Bologna, and I was like watching people, and I was like, okay, I keep doing the tiny, like, upgraded from ant people to potato people. Can I do like more people? So I started just like sketching people, which was quite nice, and then I kept sketching them. And this was really actually quite enjoyable doing it, because people are just walking, so you can see them for like 10 seconds and then they're gone, and in that time, like, you just have to do your best to try and capture them. And sometimes they'd be sat down, so like I'd have them for a bit longer, but it was really cool. I really enjoyed this, and it's something that's super easy and you can do like just for free. You just go to a park, sit down and watch people walk past you. And then this is like from the flight, and watching people carrying their bags and come off their plane and then being inside the flight. But part of the reason I was like, oh, this not only looks cool and not only is it helpful, but then I thought if I ever get stuck and I want to add people, I can just look through my like little library of people sketches from life. People walking, a guy carrying a guitar, someone on their phone, people playing football, this person's walking with a big bag. I loved this guy. I don't know, like, I just thought his whole vibe was really cool. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun adding tiny people to my artwork, and that's basically what I have been doing. So technically the way to, it's tricky for me anyway. I'm still trying to figure it out, which is what I mean, like I'm not an expert at all. Based on, like, in reality, what makes sense is that everybody's heads is at the same level, unless you are looking from above, in which case it's not the case. But I, for this, haven't done it in a way that makes sense, so I'm going to be looking from above, is basically what I'm saying. So it's not going to make complete sense, but it's still going to be look good. We've got to trust the process. So I literally just do like a circle followed by a triangle or almost like a carrot shape, and then legs. That's it. And then I like to make colour in the heads. That's it. And then do another person next to them, because I feel like I like when it's a group of people rather than just one. And then I'm gonna do the same, but I want to do the same like a lot here, because I guess maybe it's because of the reference, it's influencing me. But yeah, so like circle, which I know is harder to see because it's dark, but hopefully you still can. And then rectangle, circle, and then rectangle. And then sometimes if so it's, I like doing the circle, which is the head, so then I can make sure that everyone's kind of positioned in places that make sense. But if I'm making the heads too big, then sometimes it's helpful to actually start with the body. And that's pretty much what I have been doing. When it's like this, I can't really add much detail. Like maybe with this one, because they're a bit closer, I can add like a backpack. And in this one, I can add the side of a bag. But that's pretty much it. And then the other thing that I quite like doing is adding people who are sat down. So we can add a few here. And then for them, I'm just doing a short triangle. Followed by lines. And the other thing that I can do, like say because it's dark where it's dark where we're doing it, is I can take a pencil and colour in their bodies, or do their body first as a pencil mark. And make them fun colours. Everyone's wearing yellow. But it's actually quite nice doing people, this is like peachy colour, doing them in like a slightly darker area because I don't know, I like the contrast. So a lot of the time I was doing people in the shadows. What else? Let's take another nice color, like a blue, and you can use a pencil. Sometimes I was using so again, blue. So I'm just doing the blue almost like circle shapes like this, and then I'll put the heads and the legs, and that's it. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I'm glad, because honestly, I was also apprehensive about adding people. I'm like, oh, people are going to ruin it after all this work. But it adds life to the painting. I guess that makes sense. It's an urban sketch. You can have people add like a little person there, sometimes a little bit bigger, and a person there. And then, yes, I did like using the acrylic pens for the same reason. So you see this, it stands out a lot more. It's quite bright. And I mean, we're doing it like this on this one. Some of the other paintings that I was doing, like when I was working bigger, I was painting in the people. So before, like rather than doing the shadow and have it go all over, I would just do the people and then do the shadows, rather than doing the painting completely and then coming in and adding them with mixed media. But the whole point is that you can do what floats your boat, you know? So now I'm just going and adding the heads to all these people, and maybe adding a few accessories like bags or backpacks, or, you know, phones. And then, like, in terms of the legs, I'm usually doing like 2 lines, with one line being longer than the other. But as I learnt from watching people in the park, you know, sometimes they're walking, so the legs are like an upside down V. Sometimes they're running. Sometimes, so then, like, I've started changing how I do them. But when they're so small, these tiny differences maybe add a bit of interest for the people who will take the time to like really look and notice, but most people will not notice. This is just for your own personal satisfaction of knowing that they vary and that they're different. And let's make this one yellow. And add a leg, and then add another person. And another. Walking in a tiny little group, and then a tiny people here. Obviously, the further away they are, the smaller they are. And less detailed. And then for this, because they are in the dark, I want to use a light color to almost do like a halo, not a halo, but almost like a little outline on one side, so that you can actually see them like that. Very, very small, very understated, probably completely unnecessary, but then I feel like you can actually see that there are people, as opposed to not. And I don't mind them being subtle, because again, it's almost like a little reward for those who take the time to slow down and look. But I do still want those who look quickly to see that there are people. Do I know if this is correct, the right way of doing it, the strategy? No. But it's working for me. And I like the results. And sometimes it's just, they're too small for me to truly outline them. So I just literally do almost like an exclamation mark. And then it's like, oh yeah, there's something there. Like, you know, all of a sudden they kind of pop forward a little bit. Linda. I just meant potato because the body's shaped like a potato. Like a now that I have that, just adding some lines. Adding a few highlights. Always easy to overdo this part because it's so satisfying, but must resist and stop earlier than we think is necessary. I say as I continue to add more and more. Let's make this bike blue on this bit. Just make it a little bit more interesting. Is there such a thing as a yellow sign? There is now. Hey, Divine DVD. Welcome back, Agent XP. Thank you. I went a bit longer than anticipated for this one, but I hope it was helpful because, yeah, this is how I add people. And I've really been enjoying it. Sometimes you just need someone to show you that it's not going to destroy your painting. To, you know, be brave enough to try something. Because before, like, I would add the title. Like, if you look back on my my Bologna sketchbook tour from last year, which was, again, it's in Ko-fi. And it was, I called it something like what I took with me versus what I used, which is one of the other videos that I have recorded that, God willing, I will edit. But in it, you'll see that there are people in those paintings. You may just not have noticed them because they were tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, so this is the first one. This is the second one. It's given Bologna. Let us... Oh, do you know what else I want to add? I like the lines. You know, the... I don't know if they're tram lines or what. So just start and go. And then I want to avoid this wet patch here. What are the odds I will go straight into it? Then start and go. And I mean, I'm looking roughly to see where they are, but not that pressed. I just want... Doesn't have to be, you know, exact. I just want there to be lines. And I mean, there are more lines. Don't necessarily want to add them, but when they're in the shadow and the light catches them, they're like white. So just taking a pencil. Add a few lines. That's it. This is what I was saying. This is a pen that my friend got me from Egypt. It's very similar to the Muji 0.3 pen. It's like a gel, you know, like a gel pen. 0.5 millimeter big gel pen. It is not waterproof. And I was saying that it was a happy accident. So I like using it to write because it's like thin. But then I found I ran out of ink in my fountain pen. And I knew this wasn't waterproof, or I found out this wasn't waterproof. So it meant that I had to start doing painting first and then sketch over the top after. And still, even then, it's like very delicate. But I quite liked it. And from there, I got even, you know, less precious. And that's how I was doing these people. Using this pen. And what else? Was doing sketches, like waiting for the bus. This is from the sketch marathon. This is with a different pen. The Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, which you can see is like really nice and expressive. So different vibes, different pens, different vibes. All very valuable. Hey, Shauna. Oh, bless. I'm glad that we can be with you. Give you some company, some good thoughts, some prayers, some encouragement. I'm glad, Cordelia. Thank you. Thank you, Agent XP. Let's go to the next one. Do I want to do this one? What's the one after that? Okay, let's stick with it. Let's not overthink it. So this one I think is going to be fun because of the perspective, forcing our eyes upwards. So let's, just means that you want to do almost like a triangle shape like that, but you cutting off the top. Oh, Catherine, you love the Pentel brush pen. So do I. The Pentel pocket brush pen. It's just so much fun. It's very expressive. A little bit of pressure makes a big difference. Just mixed some of that Quin gold into Quin magenta into that Quin gold. And now I'm adding some Benzie brown. And should have figured where I was going to put my window. Is it too low here? This is the ground here. So it should be like up here. So I'll leave this bit white then. Whoops, have it like that. And then let's make this a little bit, that's not what I wanted, a little bit brown, but darker brown. So I'm taking that Benzie brown and adding some ultramarine blue. And now I'm taking a little bit more of that ultramarine blue and making it grey at the bottom rather than brown. And then just some water to let it all blend together. So that's that bit of the tower. And then what else do we have? We have, this is like super orangey on the side to me. I'm gonna take, I don't know, I've taken some, do I want that? Don't know if I want it. I've taken some of the buff titanium, which automatically will make it more opaque. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted this color here or not. And I've watered it down to try and make it less opaque. And I'm gonna get yellow towards the bottom. And then the other side is like a super, super light yellow. And then we have blue. This is very weird colours. And up here is like that. And this bit is dark on this bit as well. So it's like light and then dark. So a lot of the painting process is just figuring things out as you go along. And some things you'll like, some things you won't. And let me take some of that benzy brown and some ultramarine blue and make the side of the window. And there's a little thing there, whatever that is. I'm gonna make this and then what else? Some windows here, and then I think I will dry it, add some pen, and whoops, remember to actually start the timer. What is time anyway? Yeah, Agent XP, you're welcome to paint along. Yeah, that's why I have them up. If you're a member, then you have over 150 references of Bologna that I have put together in a reference pack. I've linked it in the description. If you're not a member, you can still see these references that I have up on screen now, and of course you're welcome to screenshot. Let me mute and then we continue. Back at it. So, seeing as the other two have splashy skies, it only seems fair that this should also have, if I actually splashed, a splashy sky. Wow. A splashy sky. Very splashy. Very, very splashy sky. What's not waterproof? Catherine, it is waterproof. Oh wait, is it not waterproof? No, it is waterproof. Is it not waterproof? The Pentel Pocket brush pen. I thought it was waterproof, but I've had mine so long that I've changed the ink. But I think it is. I don't know. I'll have to... If you give me a second later, I'll have a look. I have the pack still. Eating nuts, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know that. I forgot. I really forgot. I need to let someone know. Someone literally just asked me about waterproof pens today, and I recommended the Pentel Pocket brush pen, so I need to go back and let them know. I've had mine so long that I have replaced the ink a few times, but I thought it was Waterproof, I really did. My bad. Thank you for letting me know. Is mine? Where is mine? I was demoing it for a friend earlier. Yeah, because mine has my own ink in it now. Oh, actually, before I add this pen is definitely not waterproof. So let me add some of the details of the window now. Oh, yours doesn't bleed. Now I'm confused. It needs drying time though. I'll have a look at the pack and see what it says, because I thought it didn't, but I actually quite like the grey that I made at the bottom here. Hey, RL Piper. Welcome to... I mean, we've done 3. How many paintings do we have to do for it to count as a marathon? I said this was the warm-up in light of the time that we started, and yet look at the time that we're still going. Okay, that bit's done. What I want is for this to dry, but it's going to take a very long time for it to dry, so it may be one that I come back to finish a little bit later. Because I kind of like the shape and the size of the splatter, and I don't want to go over it with a heat gun and have it start moving all around. I kind of want to just let it dry naturally, but that will take ages. Ooh. Happy accident. This was still wet, and because this pen is so like sharp, it almost like lifted away the watercolor. Gave quite an interesting effect, if I do say so myself. Another little thing here and here. And then lines. I really like the perspective in this. And it's funny because initially when I saw it, I was like, why did I pick this? But now I see why. It's a great reference. And we can like add this guy just casually standing there reading the signs, bag on toe. So he is not like a tiny person. He is like one of the street people that I drew. Standing still. I gave him more interesting trousers. And then let's give him his bag. Oh, he's see-through. That's fine. Should we give him someone next to him? Or maybe it's fine that he's by himself. And let's put in the sign. Ooh, let's add... I don't want it like... I want this to mean the main focal point, so I don't want to add too many details to these windows here to the side and the buildings on the side, but maybe a little bit more detail would not hurt. Okay. Oh, the uni pin. Maybe I'm just very slow at drawing them, because even with the uni pin, I haven't had any issues with them bleeding. So maybe I'll let them dry for a longer time than I'd realize. So I'll leave this as is. I quite like, look, that's the guy there reading the sign. Maybe I'll add another line here. That's Bologna number 3. See? 1, 2, 3. Let us continue. This one needs to dry flat because of the ink, the water that's on it still. Oh, and just in time, look at that. Bearing in mind that I forgot to start the timer, so in time is relative. Now, did I take a close... This one, I really was just quite intrigued by the scooter. Looks like someone dancing. You know what? I never see these things. You guys are very imaginative. You know, the activity where you like do the blobs and then you try and turn them into people or animals or things. I can never do that. I just don't see anything other than the blob in front of me. So for this one, I want to do the scooter. Which side am I doing it? Yeah, maybe do it more towards here. So do the back. And then the front. And it kind of just goes like that. And some bits we lift so that they are lighter. And then if need be, we can come in and make some bits darker again. So I'm just like lifting some of that colour I've put down. That is wet still, so when I put more colour down, it may bleed and completely cover the area that I've lifted, but it will also give a bit of a gentler fade from one colour to the other. That's literally it. Part of me, honestly, we'll see how it goes. One of the things that I said That was the beauty of doing these things, is that you can experiment and see what things you like, what things you don't like. And as part of that, because you're doing it quickly-ish, you know what I mean? On a somewhat small piece of paper to allow for time. And so it's okay to experiment. And I'm saying that because I'm not sure I want to add any other colour to this. It may look weird, but it may also look very cool. I took like 5 pictures of this, of this scooter. I just thought I was so enamored. I think it was, I don't know, maybe it's the teal against the orange. Like, there was something about it. I was just like, oh, it's so cool. Can go a bit further out and come lower. And then detail here and outline here. Okay, so Linda, you did draw a kid scooter last week and it was the hardest challenge. I did have to remember they move quickly. Honestly, they move so quickly. Second sketchbook. You know what, Agent XP? I actually went to Bologna and I started going around with just either two sketchbooks or 2 watercolor blocks. Reason being that then, like, I can actually let things dry. Things need time to dry. And I just wasn't, I don't like waiting. So now it's just so much easier. I have 2 and I can either keep painting or wait. More times than not, I keep painting and I do 2 paintings at the same time. So I want to see if this will work, but this is basically what I want to do, and that is just have everything else be drawn and just be in black and white, so that the focus is the thing that caught my eye to begin with, which is that scooter. We have 7 minutes. Another window. It's a very wonky window. Let's make it slightly less wonky and make it look like that was intentional. And then down to here, and then we have, does this? Yeah. Little ledge and a fence. And then perspective of this one, this is going here. 5.5 minutes to go. And another window here. Then, okay, so the ground is here. We've got some shadow there. Shall we add another motorbike? Don't know. This is a pipe. Maybe another window here. Let's add, sorry, I keep concentrating, hence not chatting as much. I want another scooter. So I'm going to try and draw the same scooter, but without colour. And I'm going to try and draw that here. I was using my drawing. And let's see, there's another one here, and another one here, here. Just like roughly approximating where they would be, even though we can't quite see them. And then sidewalk, maybe a little drain here. Little pavement. It's cute. And what's the focus? The scooter. I wonder if, hold on, this is this color. Just do a tiny highlight. We have 1 minute left. So okay, for a second it said that there was no internet, but hopefully you can see and hear me still. So we'll do one more up. That's one so far. I don't know. Part of me does want to add colour because I do like the orange against the teal. But the other part of me just likes that it's different, so I'm going to leave it as is. And then we'll see if I do the same for the next one. Let the experimentation continue. I need more postcards. Okay. But bear with me. So starting with that Queen Gold again. And I like that it's backlit. And I'm going to make it up here like that. And maybe there like that. and have that be there as the arch. Whoops. And then while it's still wet, I can maybe add here, the door thing here, little window there. Then maybe add a bit more space. And add details here. Everyone's so quiet today. Is it because it's the middle of the night? I keep double checking to make sure that it's not that it's cut off like last time. If it's because you're feeling super inspired in your painting, I love that. And then let's add some of the pavement. It's a lot cooler that I'm making it, so let's add some blue and really water it down. So it's like a nice purpley colour. And then there's some cars and some people there. Oh, your internet keeps buffering. I wonder if it's for everyone or just for... I hope we're still able to be a bit of a distraction for you, Shauna. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. And by let it dry, I mean dry it, and then start adding some details. And you know what? Earlier, before I realized that there would be tech issues setting this up, ink. And maybe you've seen me do it on live streams. I'm usually quite laissez-faire about it. Just dip my pen and, it has a, what do you call it? A converter. And so I can just like suck the ink up. And for the first time ever, I got black carbon ink everywhere. My hands, like, it took ages. I feel like you can still see part of it here. Like, it took absolute ages to get rid of it, like here on the corners as well. And I was just like scrubbing. And I managed to get everything I was touching. I was just getting black permanent ink everywhere. It's a wild one. I was like, what is this? Why? Why is this happening? Okay, let's add some of this teal that has been the recurring theme, and make that someone in teal. And okay, so it's a mixture of buffering Underwood. You found it though now, right, David? I've cleaned it up now though. Thankfully, it was easier to clean it off things than off me, you know. Some of the buildings in the back. And the thing is, right, I can't obviously see absolutely every detail. And I'm like, okay, if it's not detailed in the picture, it's not detailed in my painting. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't try to, oh my gosh, how exactly do I paint it? I know it's a blah, blah, blah. No, I'm like, okay, if it's a squiggle in the photo, or real life, to be fair, it's a squiggle in my painting. And that has been working well for me. Mostly the pencil that gets lost. For me, it's usually I feel like my paint brushes. And let me be honest, it tends to be whatever I'm using most at that time. And I don't know, I feel like because I'm using it, it should surely be the last thing that I lose. And yet, it is the very opposite. It's like, oh. I don't know. I don't like all this detail that I've added here. So I'm just going to water it down a little bit so it's not as just feel like it's drawing so much attention and there's no need for it. I'll lift some of the areas as well, but I want to make the lifting look intentional and see if that helps. So it's still a bit of detail, but not too much. Okay, and then so these two are people, believe it or not. This is a car. And now I'm going to start adding some of the other details. So, I mean, part of me is wondering, should I leave this like blank like that? The other part of me is like, should I draw some details in? So maybe I'll draw on one side and leave it blank on the other. So it is what it is. Let me add the heads to our tiny people and add legs. And she's holding a bag. Fantastic. And I don't know why I've left a space, so I'm going to add another person. Give them a bag. Give them a bag. Maybe even a hat. Then we have the cars. And I feel like there are tiny people here. So I can add them there as well. A few tiny details. The arch. And I'll start adding the details of the window. With a little railing. Do you see what I mean? Like, I haven't added detail. As opposed to, I know I'm saying both as if I've added detail to one and not to the other. I've added the tiniest bit of detail to one, but part of me is like, oh, I like the lack of detail. Maybe I'll add a little bit of detail so I can see the difference. And then and more play. I will know what I enjoy most. And maybe it's even the incorporation of both of these. I didn't even realize that's like it's like an awning. like the cover. Do you know what I mean? I want to say tent, but that is definitely not the right word. It's like I've forgotten how to speak English, which doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's call it the covering for now. I didn't notice it before. And what else? I mean, there's like a car, but I don't want to add it. There's the almost like a railing where people can eat, where people are eating behind here. I'm going to make up some of the details. I don't want to put the metal things that we can see, but I can complete. And you know what we could do? Awning? Is that what? Yeah, canopy? Yeah. Some people. And add some people here, but make them smaller. And here, and smaller still. Okay. And this is, wait. It's like, don't know what the, and there's another line there, but I don't know how much it's adding, so let's not add that. I might do these wire lines. And do another one from here to here. And there we go. Hey Linda, yeah, no, I'm not going to leave them up. Oh, just in time. I even forgot I'd set the timer. So yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just, I was talking about that earlier. I still want to do lives because I still want to be, like, really enjoy them. I enjoy talking with you, I enjoy painting with you. What I'm going to start doing is that instead of just having the replays be up there forever for AI and everything else to see and to scrape, I'll be putting the replays up on my membership so that free people can still access them for free, but it's not just complete total open access. I don't know if it makes any difference in terms of if it makes any difference to the AI, or if it's like me just making myself feel better by pretending that I have more privacy than I actually do, and if actually the only way to stop it is to stop live streams altogether. But I don't know, I thought I would try that. It was one of the suggestions that people made, just like have it on Patreon for so that people with free accounts can access them. So I'll try that. But it means that as it's live, like now, you can still see it on YouTube. And then, okay, that's the last one. Let's see what we... Entire mess. Will I explore Twitch? That was another suggestion. Honestly, I don't think so. Purely because it's just too much. I feel like with the times having so much tech and stuff gets in the way of me actually painting and creating. I have a membership on Ko-fi, I have a Patreon, I have a Substack, I have an Instagram. I just can't add another thing without taking, I guess, something away. Like, what do I take away? And even then, it's like just starting on a whole new platform. I just, maybe in the future, but not now. But that was because yeah, quite a few people did actually mention it, but I've never done it. And I mean, that's not an excuse not to do it, you know, but it's just like, do I have the time or energy to learn something new right now? Yeah, I know. I already feel like I was tiptoeing on that, and I don't want that, you know what I mean? It's more so like, this is what we have. It's just the bits that I enjoy is like painting and being part of the community, and not the tech, basically, if I'm being honest. I can't really see it, but no sound. Huh. I can see it as if there's sound. Can no one else hear me? It's very weird. Oh wait, is that working now? That's weird. Did it stop working when I took away the reference? It's glitchy. Okay. Cool. Well. Oh, you can hear it fine. Okay. Maybe try hold on. If you can't hear me, try refreshing. No. So we had this one first. And then this one. They got progressively less detailed. With the people. Can the camera focus on the people? Yes. Then we had this one with a play on perspective. Looking up. Then this one. And last but not least, this one. I want that, or this side like that. That's what I meant by like detail or no detail. I think I might try like this. Something to explore, something to think about. I don't think I can change the quality of the video part way. But I can see that Dawood. I met him finally. The references got acrobatic. Like, look up. I did so many. I'm looking forward to doing the like sketchbook tour as well, because yeah, I was like, oh, let me try different things. More experiments, different things. You know, because you just see so many different approaches, you get curious. Oh, thank you, April. Yeah, so those watching can maybe try to reduce the quality. I think also if I reduced it, my internet would be able to handle it better, but then I don't know. Is the image clearer? I hope the image is clearer this time. I actually connected. Anyway, I changed the tech with the hope that it would make it clearer, because And I feel like I'm hopefully finally heading to a place where the live streams have hopefully the image is fine. Okay, thank you all so much for joining and for watching. If you have painted along and you would like to share, I would love to see. If you can, please, like, if you're sharing it online and just tag me or send it to me, that would be awesome. You know, send it on Discord. I would love to see. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Boston. I'm so happy that I got to host an art retreat. Honestly, I can't wait to do it again. It was just so good. It was so good, and it's just left me so happy and so inspired since. Able to spend a week with really lovely people and just paint and see and also see it like in other people. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously I was teaching as well, so the focus wasn't even on me necessarily painting. It was just nice to see people having a good time, and being able to facilitate that was fantastic. I'm so glad, Sean. I'll be thinking about you tomorrow. Oh, I'm so glad it's helped Catherine as well. Oh, you guys, you know what? The feeling is mutual. That's why I keep doing these live streams and coming back to them. I genuinely always feel happier, more excited, more relaxed, more refreshed after them. It is just, there's something so wonderful about being part of this community, and really, really appreciate you all being here. Yay, Agent XP, you've done some messy paintings. Me and you both. I wonder which the favorite is. Maybe that can be the MVP question for those watching in the comments on the replay. I think, oddly enough, I think the first one is my favorite, which is usually the opposite. Usually I don't like the first one. Usually it's like the first pancake that you make, you know, like you make it and then you taste it and you're like, okay, then you know what you need to do for the rest, like more sugar, more salt, more flour, more milk, whatever it is. But for this one, I quite like it. Maybe it's like, I guess it's more typical of what I would normally do. But, and then second place, I don't know, like I was struggling with the shadows in this one, but I actually really like it. And I don't know why nobody asked me to rank this, and here I am giving myself unnecessary homework. Yes, exactly, the taste of pancake. Oh, Cordelia, I'm glad to hear that you're using Lyra pencils was oddly relaxing. Lower expectations, maybe. How much more enjoyable art can be when you just lower expectations. This is meant to be fun, right? Like, we're doing this to have fun, and as much as it may be human nature to want to continue to want to improve and to be good at something, I also have to remind myself this is meant to be fun. It's not, you know, it's not that deep. It's just fun. Oh, Linda, you like the blue, this one, and then the tiny scooter, these two. This. And this is one that I would want to paint as a big one as well. And I like, oddly enough, I like the painted bit of this one. Like, I like it with the people and there's also, I don't know, it gives me like something about all of them. I'm grateful for that. It's funny because when I started painting, one of the habits that I had that I still try to do is, like, regardless of whether I paint something and I think it's the best thing I've ever created or something that I think is absolutely hideous, I try to think of at least 2-3 good, nice things that I like about it. Do you know what I mean? And it's something that initially took effort and now just happens quite naturally. And it means that I like most things that I make. Even if it's not like a complete success, there must be one part of your painting that is good, or one part that taught you something, or one part that even if you don't like the results, you enjoyed painting it. Like, you enjoyed that effect, you enjoyed the wet on wet, you enjoyed the granulation, there's always something. And the more you practice actually looking for that thing, the easier it gets to see it. And so I am grateful that I can, that when I look at my paintings, I'm like, oh, and this bit, oh, and that bit, oh, and that bit. And not in an egotistical way, just in a, like, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy my art. Oh, love all, but love the shadows in number 2. This bit, you know, this one was the had said that someone has said putting on the shadows is like turning the lights on, because all of a sudden it makes things like 3D and pop and you can see them more clearly. And I agree, but I'm always like kind of scared about, like, there's no going back. There's no going back. There's no getting lighter. It's just like it's done. With watercolor, obviously with gouache we have more leeway. Oh, Catherine, you like the canopy one? This one, yeah. And the scooter. Maybe one day we'll do like, I'll do like a little live stream from outside. I honestly don't know how the tech side of things would work, and then we can just watch people and like sketch them. I enjoyed doing this so much. so much. I'll hold it a bit closer so that you can see, like, can't even remember. And maybe the closer you look, the less sense it makes. Like, maybe when you look further, you're like, oh yeah, that's a person. That's like a person sat down with their legs crossed. That's fine. That's a person leaning back with their feet crossed. That's someone walking with a handbag. There's someone walking with a bag. Someone, like, you know, a guy with a guitar here and stuff. Person looking at their phone. Person with a little dog. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to do, and it felt like something so simple. Like, all I had was a small sketchbook and a pen, and I was having such a good time. And I was like, oh, who knew? Who knew? They were either walking with purpose somewhere or they were on their phones. So it was cool. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Cynthia. I'm glad. Things out, thinking through the process. I'm glad. Thank you, Lila Bell. Okay, well, I will leave you all to sleep. I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead. If you are part of my membership, we have a Zoom on, I want to say Sunday, because I'm working on Saturday. So on Sunday, so we'll do some more paintings and drawings. This month we're going to be exploring Italy. So I have videos, references, loads, all inspired by Sunday. Good, you're free on Sunday. Okay, good. We're going to do more painting, and I'm really looking forward to it. But okay, longest goodbye ever, as per usual. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye. God bless. Have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you later. Bye.